Hey, it's night again. I'd like to show you how I farm items, revives, and energy. Figure everyone knows how to farm Realm of Legends for health pots. If you don't, farm Realm of Legends for health pots, okay? Now where do I go? I go to Act 5.3.6. Best spot I can think of. It's great for energy and revives. Okay, let's look around the map. What can we get on our current energy without using items? Energy. Okay, there's revive there. Okay. A couple of small energy refills. Oh, and a big one. So basically, 2 big energy refills and a revive. Great. Let's get started. But which way do I go? Eeny meeny? Alright. Let's go for the revive. So let's take a path or two and I'll show you how it works. Now, why do I do it this way? Grinding for items. You hear all the time about free-to-play. Brian Grant rocks. And you hear about the whales. But what you don't hear about are those, and like probably the most of us, who are kind of in the middle there. And it can work being in the middle. Who just spend carefully, sometimes, and occasionally. So that's why I do this. So I'm not breaking the bank, in my spending, but I have plenty of items, so I can experience all the game has to offer in terms of offers, if any, but I don't have to waste money in terms of just being nickeled and dimed for items. So let's see where we're at right now. Currently, I'm picking away at Red Hulk and using the best champion for power reserve, Professor X. Well, why? Let's do some math while we look at a special 3. Power reserve, use half energy for specials. Professor X, for his mind control, 70% energy is retained, power is retained. So you do the math. 70 plus 50, 120%. So that means infinite special 3. So once you get to special 3, it's over. You can infinitely just drop special 3s. Red Hulk, he's just locked. He's locked in. He's done. And as long as you can get through the annoyance of watching special 3 on top of special 3 on top of special 3, you'll realize how amazing this is. There are a lot of doubters on Professor X. Why is he so good? Why do people think he's so good? Well, this is one indication of why he's so good. Then you might go, hey, this is one node. Out of so many different nodes you're going to face in the game, so it's nice, but I'm not going to see power reserve all the time. Or can you? If you use a 200% power boost, what does that do exactly? Based on the amount of damage you do, you get power back. And if you have Professor X sufficiently ramped up, wouldn't it technically be the same as being on an infinite power reserve? Well, as long as the boost holds out. But you would get literally the same effect. I actually have a video on my channel that actually shows this. And on Mixmaster. And Professor X just tears through it. I mean, that's why people think and know his value. Why he's just so good. He has so much utility and it's just amazing. So, let's just watch the rest of this. And this isn't just the Professor X show. I'm gonna show off a couple more champions. And a couple of champions I think are vastly underrated, but amazing. I would say Mr. Fantastic and I-Hulk are just great champs. But we'll get to them a little bit later. So, let's get back and watch Professor X, Special 3, on Power Reserve, just locking down Psylocke. Never stood a chance. If I could if I could program auto fight, I could get up right now and just make a cup of coffee. But fortunately, Kabam, if you're listening, that would be a nice little tweak. You know, just set it, hey, Special 3. That would be so awesome. But neither here nor there. It would be fun though. So let's look at Vision on Power Reserve, which is a tough fight. Because for him, he can infinitely spam specials, which is annoying, and he has his power gain. But for Mr. Fantastic, petrification and suppression, I'm gonna hold him down a little bit in terms of the rate in which he can gain power. Another reason why Mr. Fantastic is a really good champ. But let's get started. It heavies and refreshes the initial pre-fight debuffs. Goal is to keep him spamming his Special 1 if possible. Get those careful study debuffs going, which will limit his attack on Special 1s. But also, Mr. Fantastic is great with a number of synergies. One with She-Hulk and a couple of masteries. Now there's a mastery in Equity, I believe, that limits attack power based on a number of debuffs. And Mr. Fantastic is all about debuffs. As you can see, Vision hit his Special 3, didn't do much damage. So, we're moving on. Let's get back to Professor X since I can't stop talking about him. So, this is pretty much paint by numbers. Get Professor X to 100 charges, and Special 3, game over. get into trouble. I have a Fulcher mechanic that will just bail me out if necessary. So this is a very easy fight. Now, sit back and watch. Maybe they could put in like just a quick button to just speed through special 3s. Maybe that would be a nice little enhancement. Again, fam, if you're watching, make it happen. Okay. Revive acquired. Nah. Let's restart. Don't want to refresh the map. Don't want to finish the quest to refresh the map. We want to get the items first. So, let's see. Okay. I think I can get that one with the energy I got. So, we're remaining. Let's do this. And let's tag in. No. This guy. Hulk. This guy doesn't get enough love. He's a very good champion. Hey, what was the benefit, right, of a champ who just does damage to himself? Well, let's wait and see. The radiation icon is your gamma power. And the second one next to it, the fist, is your rage. You want to get as much power as you can and generate that with your medium attacks, primarily. So when you go into immortality, it will feed on those to help regenerate your health. So they are very important to have and build up. Let's get to King Groot, finish him up with Hulk. Hulk isn't big for fancy yellow numbers, so don't look for it. But he is what he says he is, and what I say, he's immortal. If you play him correctly, he basically won't die. Hence, immortal. Let's just build up our gamma a bit. Okay, here's a quick tip. When you're fighting King Groot, and you're not totally afraid of him knocking you out with his special one while he's got a Furia, if you have willpower as a mastery, let him hit you. Just let him glance you. What happens is you'll get a permanent armor break, which will give you free healing through whatever fight you're in. And for Hulk, what that does is it helps slow down the damage he does to himself. So I can build up a little bit more. So if I go immortal, I'll regenerate more health. So Just a quick tip whenever you're fighting a king group. King group down. Let's move on. The Unstoppable versus the Immortal. There we go. Low health, no problem. Let's just see why Hulk is immortal. And at the same time, have some fun with Juggernaut. There's power stings with the Mr. Fantastic She-Hulk synergy. They're nice too. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, keep chipping down. Chipping him down. Him and us too, right? Okay, this is going pretty well. Now, I'm fully unblockable when we go immortal. And look, health back, almost 100%. The Juggernaut never stood a chance, and he's done. Next. Okay, let's get that energy refill. Acquired. Okay. Nah. Okay. Let's back out again. Alright, and there's that one last energy revive to the left, but we're out of energy. So we're going to wrap this up now. And I'm going to come back to this probably later and pick that up when I have the energy to do so. Key is, don't waste items to get items. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's just a quick way of getting revives and other items. So, take care. Night out.